Hi, Michelle. DJ Michelle in the house. All right, let's see if we can.
Everybody.
Huh?
I said hello, everybody. Why do I look like a drunk Santa?
You look so cute.
Oh, thanks.
Hi,
Look
Kat.
at
Let's get Mary Jo in here.
Where is MJ?
How do I get you in here? Oh, let's see. Mary.
Hi, Teresa. Hi, Nikki. How is everyone?
Hello.
Hey, I gotta switch my camera.
Oh.
Well, you can see. Well, I'll just let the cat out of the bag. There's my Donnie sweatshirt. It's not dry.
Oh,
It's dry.
amazing. That is amazing.
How do I switch my camera?
Hit the little arrow spinny brown thing.
It's not there.
We're new at this, people.
Huh. That's weird.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Hi,
Okay, here we go.
Charles.
I got it.
There you are.
Oh, I love it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Bucket Slayer.
Slayer.
Oh, that's
Hi,
amazing.
Kelly Mo. DJ
Hello,
Miss
hello.
T.
Hi, Kevin.
Yeah.
That's Kevin Jr. He likes my headband. Hi, everybody.
Where's
Oh
my
my
nephew?
All right. We're getting a lot of peeps up in here.
MJJ.
Yeah.
Where is my nephew?
He's actually right here.
Oh, let's see him.
I don't know if
There's Courtney.
It's kind of dark. But here,
Yeah.
let me do this real quick. Let me do this real quick. Everybody's going to see my house at some point here.
Foxy.
There
You have a wonderful
he
house.
is.
That's my boy.
Hi,
Oh.
Bubba. Say hi, Bubba.
Oh.
Look, please. He's like, please, mommy. Mommy, no pictures.
Yeah,
My
exactly.
buddy.
This is Rocker Dio. Oh, he's wiggling his tail. You can't see him, but his tail's wiggling. Hi, Bubba.
Hello, nephew. Auntie loves you.
Say, I love Auntie Betty. Here's your
He's badass.
All right, love you. He's like,
Aw.
not on the camera, Mom. Come on.
If that dog had pants, Mary Jo.
Hey,
Michelle says hi, Dio. I see JK's real hoe up in here.
so hot or no hot?
You're looking oh so Christmassy,
I love it.
ladies.
But then you can't
So
see me.
Mary Jo's looking oh so Christmassy.
What's up? What's up? And I can't say that. That's a Jordan line, so I don't want you all, beating the crap out of me, The lanes.
Listen.
I know the lanes.
Take the poops out.
It's all love. It's all love. So, ladies, what brings us here tonight in our Christmas best, in our sparkly holiday garb? That's it. She's got it. We are going to be talking about
It's Christmas.
Merry Christmas. New Kids on the Block Christmas album came out September 19th, 1989.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Do not say it.
September 19th, 1989. Where were you girls? What were you doing in September of 1989?
I was in 8th grade.
Okay.
And I was actually gearing up for my first New Kids concert in January.
Oh.
My first New Kids concert was January 4th of 1990 at what was the Baltimore Arena.
Okay.
Yeah, and I went with my two best friends who I still go to concerts with today.
Awesome.
Yeah. And I can tell you, remember hearing I'll Be Missing You Come Christmas. I still cry to this day. I mean, it's just, that's the song that hits me the most. Michelle said she was in 8th grade too. So
yeah.
That gives us any age away, but yeah.
Listen, ladies, we're all of a certain age now.
Yes,
it's okay.
Yes, we are. 40
yeah,
is
what
40.
about you, Bethie?
I was
You need to
in.
cut your mouth about being 6 years old. Sorry, I had to tell Tanisha.
I saw that from Tanisha. DJ Miss T was only 6 in 1989. It's all right, T.
I was she was in 3rd grade. Oh my gosh! All right, now anybody under the 8th grade is that's the benchmark. Don't tell me that.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I was in 5th grade, and I would see my first concert ever, which was New Kids, in August of the next year of 1990.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. So exciting. Did you know you were going to that concert already, or no? No, it was a year away, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't know, but I did find out a cute story just a few years ago. I did not know that my mom did this, but she made a deal with her best friend who had daughters my age. Yeah. She said, if you'll stand in line to get the tickets, I'll drive them there. And I'll let them with them. So they had a deal worked out. So her friend stood in line at Ticketmaster at the little video store where that has the Ticketmaster in it.
Yeah.
Stood in line.
Those days.
Y'all. This was back when we had paper tickets and you had to wait to get them printed. And she stood in line for like 3 hours.
Did she?
Yeah.
That's amazing. We used to have to get like wristbands. So we would go to Ticketmaster the day before and get a wristband to stand in line, and then you'd get there the day of and you'd draw like a ticket, and then you'd have to line up in number order, and that's how you would get your tickets. None of this refresh.
Yeah. Oh God. It's
so stressful.
Yeah. You had to commit. You had to commit to like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. If you were a serious fan, you know what I'm saying, then that was it. That proved it right there. If you were willing to stand in line outside, because where we had it, we either went to Hex or remember that store, anybody? I don't know if that was a Maryland or, mid-Atlantic area thing, but then we also had this place called Maryland Futons. It was like mattress discounters, and it was literally, it's like the sketchiest part of this one city I won't say, and it's not Baltimore, but it's another one. Yeah.
Favorite place.
Well, Maryland is awesome.
Oh, can I?
Can
I give a shout out, Kenny? Kenny from Riff is in here, so hi, Kenny.
Hi, Kenny. We love your new Christmas song.
Yes.
Good.
Very good.
Smooth like butter, as they say. In 1989, I think I was in 8th grade also, or I might have been in 7th grade, and I remember playing it on the cassette player, like over and over and over again, and I would literally run to flip the tape.
Yep.
Like I would run, flip the tape, and play it again. And my mom was like, I don't know if we're going to have a funky Christmas this year, girl. She's like, I'm over it.
The funk has left the building.
The funk is out the door.
Don't understand me, Mom.
I know, you don't get it, do you? But the funny part was, like, it's become a staple. We have literally listened to it every single year, and now it's like it's not Christmas without listening to it.
We at Michelle's this past weekend, we listened to it on repeat.
Of course. Between
that and Winterlicious.
Yeah.
I would expect nothing less.
On vinyl.
Yeah.
On vinyl.
That's awesome.
See, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know that I ever listened to any of their stuff I own some of their stuff on vinyl, but I think everything was cassette for me. And especially this cassette. And let me tell you, I wore it out. Just like, we all did. We all wore all of these out. Oh, and there's the kitty.
That's Jason.
Who's your favorite new kid?
I don't listen to New Kids. He's named after Judas Priest, so.
He's a hardcore kitty. Sorry.
He is. He's totally metal through and through.
So, like, back then it was cassette. So it's interesting that we're talking about this tonight too, because I was looking through some of my my memories. And if I'm not mistaken, and if I am, I know somebody will correct me. I think it was 13 years ago tonight that the New Kids performed their Christmas show at the House of Blues in Boston, which I was there. Were either of you girls there? They did a Christmas show at the House of Blues. It was they were doing it like a charity event, I think, for Toys for Tots.
It was for the children.
It was for the children, literally. And
Danny stayed.
And it was a blizzard. It was a blizzard. That weekend was the weather was so bad. We were all trying to beat the blizzard up to Boston. Yeah. And we were just ahead of it. Me and the girl that I was driving with, who I barely knew at the time, but she was like, "Oh, you need a ride? Meet me here." And I was like, "Okay," because, you know, we're blockheads and that's what we do. Oh, it was 12:20. Thank you, Michelle. We beat the snow. And as soon as we got into Boston, it just like dumped like 3 feet. And so it was literally a winter wonderland for all of us blockheads. It was freezing cold, but it was such an amazing show. And I remember walking out of there and thinking, I hope they make this like an annual thing, because it was so great. And to hear them sing all of those songs from this album, which was kind of like, I think I remember hearing Donnie say one time that they actually recorded this album in like hotel room bathrooms. Is that right?
They did. I remember
this
Donnie,
part of Step by Step.
Yep. I remember Donnie saying how they put mattresses up to kind of try to soundproof the rooms that the hotel rooms that they were in. I think even in a bathroom or something. So yeah, Marcella's in too.
Marcella Precise.
But can you imagine that being, you know, young men, teenagers, pretty much, most of them, and you know, boys are boys. So I mean, I can't imagine what the rooms look like to begin with, and then I'm sure they had.
Like
that's another thing. Yes, so I'm sure maybe the mattress thing probably was already like not that too far off of what the rooms look like. You know, it just happened that the mattresses
it wasn't on the bed anyway. Yeah, just prop it up. It wasn't really on the bed anyway. That's so funny. Oh yes, okay. People are confirming that. Yes, they remembered Donnie saying that. So let's talk about. We're just going to go song by song, and we're going to just talk about this album and see what happens. So the first song on this album, the first track, Mary Jo, you want to read it off your vinyl?
I do. It is This One's for the Children.
Literally, it was for the children. Yeah, we were all
so all of you, please listen. Please listen.
Like it was such an honest request that I felt like I had to oblige.
Thank you.
You know,
she said we look cute.
Oh, thank you.
That's a huge compliment coming from her.
Absolutely.
So, because she's totally adorable.
Don't ask
Danny about it. Nurse Callie says, don't ask Danny about This One's for the Children. Well, we know that, and I always wondered how did they manage to get him to perform at the House of Blues show? Period.
Some type of bribery or something there has to be.
Was it?
I don't know.
It was a very important message. Yes, April.
Yeah.
Type of bribery, I don't know.
Money will make you do things. I mean, let's face it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't want to be that crass, but let's be, you know, come on. And it's one song, you get through it and you're done, you know, and then you can get on to the rest of the stuff. But, hey, your dad's on, Beth.
Oh, my dad's in here. Hi, Dad.
Aw.
Yeah, I want to. I have to say, and this is a question. If I could ever ask it, would be if they were to re-record this album, would they keep that on there?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if they I mean, I guess if they reissued it, they would. But if they re-recorded it maybe added like Unwrap You and December Love into like a kind of compilation or maybe even new songs, would this still
or like
make
a bonus
the cut?
track or something?
Yeah.
Holiday compilation. I can't. I can. First of all, I can think of so many songs I would rather them re-record.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Callie
This one's for the children.
1970. I think you're right. I don't think that Danny would do it, but I think he'd be like, "You can use what I had, and if it doesn't work, that's your problem."
DJ Michelle says DJ Michelle is saying if they did it for charity again, maybe, and she's probably right. Yeah. But I never understood this song.
No, it's very sore thumbs sticking out. It just it doesn't fit for me. It never did. It's one that I kind of skip over. I know. Does that take my blockhead card away? I hope not. But it's just there's so many other good songs that I don't want to waste my time on it. It's terrible.
All I remember about that is the video and Jordan's silhouette on that blue sky background. And he's just
with his perfectly coiffed hair.
Yes.
Always looking and fly.
King of beauty,
Johnny's
for sure.
Hair. It was like sky high.
It was like cartoon level in that video.
Yeah, it was.
He looked like Johnny Bravo. It was so ridiculously high. I don't even know how they got it that high. Maybe someday we will.
He must have had Jordan fix it for him because he was the king of.
Maybe he just like stood on his head and they sprayed it and let it dry. I don't know. Kathy said, now DJ Smile said she always liked this song and Jordan's voice. Okay, Kathy.
Yeah,
so that's fine.
I mean, we'll allow it. It's valid evidence.
You can't argue that point. I get it.
Nope.
I think it would have been a sore thumb anywhere they stuck it, though, Mary Jo. So they probably figured, let's just put it on this Christmas album. It wouldn't have fit on Step by Step.
No, God, no. And Maurice, I'm sure, obviously he wanted a lot of what he wanted, and you got to kind of go with the flow. So
yeah, you did. Oh, listen to that, old school. Do you hear my phone?
I cracked myself up thinking about seeing This One's for the Children next to Baby I Believe in You.
Now that would be something.
That's illegal, isn't it?
That would definitely be breaking some law somewhere.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't know if we can go any further on that song after that.
I'm a little punchy tonight, so
I think we have to skip. I think we should skip to the next song on the track list.
Rat Tail's here too.
Rat Tail.
So last night I saw Santa Claus. I absolutely love the song because you know why. The raspy voice and like that he had a frog in his throat. I could go for that all day long. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
She said what she said.
Around, I don't want him to hear. Though he's used to it. I mean, he's been around long enough. But damn, Donnie's voice. I'm 13 years old and I was still like, damn.
Yep.
Let me say that not enough songs these days have a really bitching sax solo either.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. True.
I think I said that when we saw Debbie Gibson, Mary Jo.
Yes.
And her sax player was so amazing. But this song, it just cracks me up, and I don't know.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun, and I like how they have their little secret conversation in the middle of the song, like, "Hey John, what's Santa doing? He's pulling something out of his bag."
There's some awkward. Some of these songs are just awkward. Let's just face it. You know what I'm saying?
They
made it fun, but still, it's like when you listen to it now,
some of them are borderline ick. It's just
it's like a little cringe there. The cringe factor kind of kicks in.
But they're so wonderful. But
absolutely. But we still listen to it, right? I
Oh,
mean,
absolutely.
Every year.
Oh, damn. Yes. It's religion, you know?
Wait, I just want to go back in the chat really quick because Foxy Lacey wanted to know. She wanted to know what was the very serious message. And this one's for the children. Just to rewind a little bit.
We can only
I think that is
speculate.
a mystery we'll never know unless one of them tells us. I honestly, I mean, or it could mean anything. They'll leave it up to us to figure it out. And, you know, define it however we want. I don't know. I definitely do not know. I'm not even going to try to act like I know.
Okay. I don't, yeah. I'm not quite sure what the serious message was either. Like, was it about Rat Tail says it's the best song ever made?
Yeah.
Oh, some kids don't have food to eat and they have no place to go. Is that the serious message? But we all are God's children, so we have to learn to love one another. I guess that's the serious message.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
That's
Point
what
taken.
we'll say. That's what we'll say.
The serious message is leave the song alone. Oh, those are fighting words, Adrian.
I was going to say, I think the fists are coming up. I see some.
Listen, Rat Tail, we love us some This One's for the Children, and we love us some Rat Tail. So, all right. So we know why Donnie or why Mary Jo loved Last Night I Saw Santa Claus, because it says right here on my printout from Wikipedia, Donnie Wahlberg, lead vocalist.
Yes.
And it was written by Maurice Starr. Almost all of these were at least written or co-written by Maurice Starr, except for the classic songs.
Yeah.
How did he sell these to them, though? Like, I guess, like you were saying, it just he wanted what he wanted.
He was very obviously influential in getting them to understand maybe what he was bringing to them, you know, kind of. They didn't, I mean, and I know that's probably like in their minds, probably not the downside of it, but kind of it was on a plate, you know, and here, all you have to do is sing it. I've already written it. Yeah. It's ready. Obviously, they took their own spins on a lot of things. I mean, like Donnie on that song. I mean, I don't think that it was, you know, hey, I'm going to do something to my voice. You know, it just happened that happened. And then it made it for the perfect storm. I love, like I said, I freaking love this song. But, you know, Maurice,
you're so subtle about it.
I know, right? That's me, subtle. It's one word you will never hear. Never an adjective. What? I mean, come on.
That's not an MJJ adjective that can be used.
What? Well,
can I just say, have you guys seen any of the video of them doing that at House of Blues?
I did a long time ago.
I don't think so.
It's
Donnie.
Funny. Oh, it's really funny if you go back and watch the videos of that particular song from House of Blues, because Donnie did it in that same like scruffy voice. Jordan was in a Santa suit, which I was like, I would love to sit on your lap and tell you what I want for Christmas.
For that,
I volunteer.
Hello, Jordy Claus.
Tell you, whatever.
It was like the Jordan night before Christmas, and no, I'm kidding. That was totally different, but it was so funny. And the drunk uncle voice, yeah, that's right. It was his drunk uncle voice. It was just really funny to see them do it. I feel like they did it in concert when we were kids too, though. Did they not do some of the Christmas songs?
They did. I know they did for my concert. It was mine was still like the Hangin' Tough tour, because Step by Step hadn't come out yet.
Well, mine was.
Yeah, I guess it would have been, because it was 1989 that it came out.
Yeah.
So I was
Interesting.
right around that time. They didn't do like a whole bunch that I can remember from the Christmas album, but I do remember them playing that song
They
because,
did
of course,
cool.
Yeah.
that was what I was there for. So
Yeah.
I was all in that. So I do remember that.
You were all up in
Girl,
that.
I'm gonna sing it for you, Kathy. I'm gonna sing it for you, Kathy. Anyway.
Oh, Kathy's favorite song.
I won't say what Mary Jo says in concert when that song comes on.
I think I stood next to her one time, so I know. You
I
don't
know, suck it. Anyway,
Oh, Donnie said, Michelle's saying that Donnie referred to it during his live on the app.
Oh,
Okay. I missed that, unfortunately.
yeah, me too.
But doesn't mean I don't love you, Donnie. All right, track number 4. Mary Jo,
Actually,
a favorite.
Track number 3. And it's
Track number 3. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Getting ahead of
I'll
ourselves
the
here.
one, the only, I'll be missing you come Christmas. A letter, parentheses, because you know we always have to have a parentheses song. A letter to Santa.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about the parentheses for a second.
They're all about some parentheses.
Is that a
They are.
Morning Star thing too?
Letter to Santa. I'll be loving you forever.
Yeah.
Man.
I know.
Don't
And
limit
then
yourself,
another favorite.
man.
I like
have a
the
tag-
remix. I like the. Yeah, there you go, Kathy. There you go. I got both your songs in there for you.
I like when I got my tattoo that says "I'll be loving you forever." I literally struggled with whether or not I should get parentheses around the forever because I was like, "Is this not authentic? Is it not right? Like, it's really not right." But I feel like my dog is eating Christmas presents.
What are you doing? Get off.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Oh, no.
What's our topic now since she's all for
I don't know.
So
I don't know.
I'll be missing you come Christmas.
I know this one's your favorite.
I get choked up to this day.
Yeah.
It's all of them, but yeah. I like obviously Jordan's falsetto. I mean, it's him, it's his signature, but his alto voice in this or baritone, whatever you want to call it, is what gets me every freaking time I hear that song.
All of their voices sound so good in this song.
Yeah. It's great.
And it's not their normal wheelhouse. It's something a little unfamiliar,
Yes.
And it's really good.
Yeah. So what's your take on it, Amanda? You love it or hate it, number 1?
No, I love it for sure. I definitely, I'm a fan of Jordan. I don't know if you guys knew that.
What?
And
wait
No.
a second.
When did this breaking news? When did this happen?
Breaking news.
Whoa.
I'm a Jordan girl.
Whoa.
I love this song because I think it's very sweet. Again, like a lot of these songs are so corny. Like I was reading some of the reviews online of this album. They're not pretty. They're not flattering. Because it was the 80s. It was written for an audience that was kids.
They thought it was campy.
Yes. I think though that it's very sweet if it's taken in the vein in which it is parenthesized, a letter to Santa Claus,
Appropriate, yeah.
Yeah, it's very appropriate. It's very sweet, and when Jordan sings like from his chest,
oh yeah, you don't talk about like butter.
The flames go away for me in that song. That is I'm a Jordan girl, totally through and through on that song. There's just I'm thinking
it's
about it now getting clicked.
I know.
Well, we're happy to invite you into the fold for one track.
Yeah, for one track. That's all I'm asking for. Hey, everybody gets to be a Donnie girl. You know what I'm saying?
Wow,
so you got to give me one.
He's so amazing. That's to his credit. So that should make you happy.
I know, but I don't like sharing. You know this. I'm a greedy person.
Mary Jo. You
Great.
are not. Although I would not want to meet you in a dark alley. I'm just saying. I'm glad I'm on your good side.
I'm glad I'm your friend. You're scrappy. Like I would be
scrappy AF. That one.
Like dynamite. Yep.
Hey, you gotta be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, you're from Baltimore. No,
Baltimore. Be more in the house. Yeah.
All right.
That's for another live. We don't want to go down that road right now.
All right. So let's see. Now we're at track 4.
Yeah. Kitty, can I have the track list? Thank you. Okay. I still believe in Santa Claus. Maybe that's just because a child at heart. Joey's voice changing is phenomenal. I love it.
Yeah.
It's changing like right before our very ears in that song.
Yeah, it
is.
It's happening.
It's very dreamy. Very, yeah.
I remember hearing it. Like, oh my gosh, where's the baby voice? I mean, you knew it was coming, but it was just like almost shocking a little bit. It was a little jarring. It was like, oh my, that's Joseph McIntyre.
Yeah, Joseph. Who is that masked man?
I'm Joseph now.
Who was that masked singer?
I think it's so cute, but I remember as a kid, I always felt like he needed to blow his nose. Like he should have blown his nose before he went to the studio that day because he sounded like so nasally. I'm sorry, Joe. I love you. And you just had like a little bit of a nasally sound. Mm-hmm. But again, it could have been that whole puberty thing. I don't know.
Awkward age when he joined the group, and then it got more awkward at this point. Because literally, it's almost like that song is so perfect for him because he's saying, I'm still a child at heart. And he's probably, in some regards, that was really some feeling for him because he obviously wasn't a man yet, but he wasn't this little kid anymore either. So that's why I think
not a boy, not yet a man.
Perfect on that song. Love it.
It's so cute. Bethie, go. I'm sorry.
Said our boy's growing up.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
I remember thinking, like, too, that song was, like, perfect for my range when I was that age. Mm-hmm. Like a 12-year-old girl. And Joe's voice, it lined up perfectly at that point in time. So I really like to belt that one out.
Yeah. That is so true. And I think that's why I like I'll Be Missing You Go Christmas with Jordan because I couldn't hit the falsetto.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I'm more of an alto. Right. Yeah. And there was unless you want to hear screaming cats, but with his voice that low, I could hit that, and boy, I was getting it, you know what I'm saying? But it's so true that if you want me to clear my throat and start, just let me know.
Let me clear my throat.
I would like it.
I told you guys I am punchy tonight. I have had such a crappy week, and the closer we get to the weekend, the better I feel.
Yeah. Good.
Amen, sister.
Yeah.
Amen.
You look cute though. Is that? I mean, I like that you have your yellow highlighter too.
Yeah. I was keeping it around for singing emergencies. Should I need to?
I don't have a yellow one tonight. I have a green one though, but we can.
Yeah.
Maybe we can sing ourselves into track number 5. I don't know. Should we do a little Hail Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas?
This is my favorite.
Sisters and brothers. With our little accent.
Yes.
The sisters and brothers.
The Boston just comes out. They can't even help it.
Your Boston showing.
Exactly.
Yeah. Excuse me, boys, your Boston showing. April says karaoke hour with no markings.
Hey, we did a little bit of that in Miami.
You did. We did. Yeah.
We sure did. Oh my gosh. That was so much fun.
I had not had enough to drink to do that.
That was a lot of fun, that karaoke night that we went to, hosted by another good friend of our station, Naomi from Dope Nostalgia Podcast, who we love. And she can wail, man. She's like does karaoke professionally, I think, doesn't she?
If she does,
she's in a band.
Sure seem like it.
She's
16 loaded. She was a singer in a band. Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Right
I
on.
didn't know that.
I've actually
New
got
Kid Savvy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I have one of their songs downloaded. I'll have to put it out so you guys can listen to it.
Is there video proof? Yes, DJ Misty. New Kid Savvy is saying that her favorite to listen to on vinyl is Merry Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Mary Jo's got
that one's
a very extensive and impressive vinyl collection.
Yes, she does.
I do. I mean, I'm proud of myself because I've done it all myself. I've only got like a couple originals by my mom, which I've talked about endlessly.
Yeah.
But no, I'm embarrassed to say we were in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, in Amish country this week, and no, they didn't take me in. I can't believe it. To turn butter and milk cows and all that stuff, you know. I mean, I could
see you there turning butter, Mary Jo.
I could do that as a but I don't know if I could do it as a profession or my livelihood.
Whittling chairs and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Making furniture.
Using a loom.
Exactly. I could do metal work. That would be perfect.
Don't mess with the ghosts.
Don't mess with the ghosts.
In my pants. Oh my God.
But I did get more vinyl this weekend, so it's almost embarrassing. But Kevin feeds my addiction, so he's part of the problem.
The best part, though, is especially if you're a vinyl purist, you want an original release. Yes. You want an original one. So it's so much fun to go out and dig for it. It's like treasure hunting. It's one of my favorite things to do. I love it so much.
It's the hunt. It gets your adrenaline pumping. I mean, and I gotta say, Kevin found a couple of his own that he was like, I could hear him. I was on one side, he was on the other side. He's like, oh my God, oh, and I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you?
But it is exciting. I went into a record shop in upstate New York a couple years, maybe 2 years ago, and I just walked in and the woman was like, "Are you looking for anything in particular?" And I just said to her, "Yeah, do you got any new kids on the block?" And she's like, "Actually," and she walked me right over and she pulled out 2 albums. One was the "I'll Be Loving You Forever" single, vinyl single, and one was "Hanging Tough." And I mean, I didn't need either one of them, but I bought them both.
Of course.
I don't have a turntable, but I was like, I'll take them. Thank you very much.
That's what happened with this. The last time I was in Lancaster, which was 2 or 3 years ago, we just happened to were like walking around like, oh, there's a record store. Let's go in there. And it was in September. And I remember listening they were doing a rebroadcast of the Boston show, I think, with Backstreet Boys.
Oh, and sure.
I was listening to that in my earbud, and we're just looking around, and we were joking, and my friend was giving me a hard time. She's like, oh, yeah, she's not even tuned in because she's listening to New Kids. And I was like, yeah, you have any New Kids vinyl? And just joking, he's like, I do. I have the Christmas album. I was like, oh, yeah, you can bring that to me right now. I'm buying it. I don't even care how much it is. Put it.
Shut up and take my money.
But how random, right?
Yeah.
And that is the beauty. It's green. It's green.
It's amazing. I don't think they ever go into work and think that that's what somebody is going to ask them on that day.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think they probably go home.
Up bingo card, everybody.
Yeah. They probably go home and say, you'll never guess what somebody asked for today. New Kids on the Block. You're goddamn right. Damn right. I did.
I got to go back a little bit because I got to tell you guys a story. So a little bit further up, Woodshed threw in a hashtag Team Kevin. I found the perfect shirt for you three. It says, it's a Home Alone shirt, and it says knock, knock, knocking on Kevin's door.
Yes. Love it.
And I really want to buy it for you guys. If I know you wear it at a time other than Christmas.
Aw. Our Team Kevin.
I love it.
Sorry.
I love it.
Anyway,
senior, junior, and the first. The second.
Yeah. The first is great, though. Seniors, he's pretty awesome. So it's great that he supports you, like in your little hobbies, which aren't so little.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey, I mean, he's gotten sucked into the radio station, so.
He has. And actually, it's good time to plug his Power Hour that's coming on tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern. Mr. Metal Mania himself, who we just, it's so fun that he like does that kind of stuff for us,
Yeah, he loves it. I mean, he gets excited when I say, you know what, Kelly said you got to put a Power Hour together. Kelly Moe, the dictator.
Yeah.
Did I say that? And he's like, all right, I've already been thinking about things, It's just me getting him to write it down and get it in order.
The same way. Yeah. He was talking the other day about, I still want to do that that Power Hour where it's like all women, like all women rockers and all this stuff. And I'll talk to him about things and he's like, you know what, honey, I support you, but I'm never going to remember all this stuff you're telling me. And then I'll mention something else and he'll be like, is that what that girl, blah, 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 and you'll remember her name? And I'm like, I'm so proud.
That is so funny.
Oh my god! That's hilarious.
But it's wonderful to have them. That
wonderful to have like all of our family members. Like the other night, we had our oldies but goodies show on with DJ Daddy-O. Michelle, tell him I'm giving him a shout out on our Instagram Live. He is so. First of all, he's just. I just think he's adorable, and he puts so much time and effort and work into those shows. Like you can tell he does research. He writes it all out. He's so knowledgeable, and I had such a good time putting that show together. So
I love that he gets that there's so much more about the song, and sometimes knowing where it came from gives you more insight into what it's supposed to mean, why it came together. Like, so he knows I want you to hear this great song, but let me teach you about it.
Right.
And that's definitely the good stuff.
A great educator.
Yeah. It's really, and it's a nice way for us to connect with our family members and friends and stuff like that through music too, and have them be like a little part of our little station here.
Yeah. Absolutely. We're all fun. See, it's all, and it comes all back to family,
That's right.
Yeah.
Family time, holiday time.
Holiday time. So
sign up for all these sisters, did he?
Huh?
He didn't sign up for all these sisters, did he?
Yeah, I know, right?
It's part of it. It just becomes part of it. Once you're in, you're in.
Yep.
I mean, Kevin even stalked when we were in Cincinnati for the first show. He was out there with us when we were stalking the arena. I was like, I love you, dear. I don't even know how you're doing this.
That's a special man.
He was just like, you are crazy, he knew he got it, but he was like
a special man. Michelle says her dad was a math teacher. There you go.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense now.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, we digress.
Yeah. Back to Merry Merry Christmas.
What do we think about Merry Merry Christmas?
It's my favorite. Is it? Yeah. Okay. That's good.
What do you guys think about it?
Yeah, in the chat, tell us what you guys think.
Oh, yeah.
Because I heard it in Walmart a couple weeks ago when I was shopping, and I was like, wait a second. I was like, what did they say? Like, wait a minute. What am I hearing, and why do I know the words?
Right.
And I was like, you know who this is? And he failed miserably. He's like, no, I don't know who. I'm like, are you serious? You literally don't know who this is? I was like, get out.
Listen to it for 1 second, Kevin.
You had one job, man.
Yeah, so it was just weird hearing it.
His default answer should always just be New Kids on the Block.
Absolutely. Or Donnie. And it's going to be one of
the Just say Donnie, yeah.
Say one of the two. Always be fine.
It's so true that meme that I see all the time that says, like, in my 20s, when I heard a song on the radio, I was like, this was my jam. And then in my 30s, when I heard a song, I forget what the progression is, but then it's like when you're in your 40s and you hear a song in the grocery store and you're like, that's my jam.
Yeah.
It's like the same thing listening to good music in the Walmart. You're like, yeah, what's up?
Yes.
What station is this?
Right.
Walmart video.
I get like that every time I hear Nothing But a Good Time by Poison when I'm out somewhere. I'm like, yeah.
That's such a good one too.
Yeah.
We could talk about hair bands all night too, I'm sure.
I know. Just not
Let
like
me know. You just let me know. I am all for it.
I
All for it.
like Merry Christmas. I think it's sweet because it's like it reminds me of like an old fashioned type carol.
Yeah. And that's New Kid Savvy was saying it's the truest to the Christmas spirit, she thinks. It always gets her in a festive mood.
Yeah.
I think it definitely has the sound.
Yeah.
Sound of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
More than I think any of the other songs. I mean, obviously than the traditional songs that they threw on there. But
Right.
for an original, yeah. I do like
I wonder if there are other traditional type carols that they wished they would have been able to record.
like a
that's a
replacement
good
for this one's for the children. Is that what you're saying?
Anything?
Did I think
Well, like, throw in like some Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas or
Oh, that
Or
would
Silent Night?
be good.
What about like Silent Night or something? I bet you their
I
voices.
feel like they were trying to steer away from like religious, like heavily religious carols.
Yeah.
I mean, they did Little Drummer Boy, which is sort of, a religious carol. But if I had to guess, I would say they were trying to keep it more general and not like
True.
religion focused.
Right.
That makes sense, yeah. They could have different Frosty the Snowman.
But then on Joey's Christmas album, he's a good Irish Catholic boy from Boston, and he does some beautiful, more traditional and more religious carols, which I love. His version of "Oh Holy Night" is
my gosh! I was just thinking that. I swear, I was just thinking that.
And when he did that in House of Blues, let me tell you, so Reese was just born when he came to House of Blues, because Reese just turned 13 the other day. I saw it on Instagram.
Yeah.
And we all know he was literally like 4 or 5 days old when they were supposed to do this House of Blues show. And we were all like, is Joey going to be there? Is he going to come? Blah, blah, blah. And of course we had no idea that, that his son was born with, hearing impairment or anything like that. And he came to the show and he was wearing sunglasses the entire time, the whole show. And we were like, oh my gosh, he must be so sleep deprived. He must, he has an infant. He's not knowing, the backstory or anything. But he, first of all, he gave his all, which he always does. And second of all, when he sang that song, I wept openly in the House of Blues in Boston. It was so moving, and it was coming from a completely different part of him that, he always sings very soulfully, but this was coming from his soul, and it was so stunning. And I know we're not talking about his Christmas album, but I just have to say that it was
totally related.
Yeah.
Totally related. Because that's part of another question that I have about if they were to re-release, or would they include some of the other solo things that have been recorded in the holiday season genre, mostly Joe, but because there's such he did such a good job, with his album that it would almost be like a disservice if you didn't at least put one or two, like the greatest hits album that they put together, where they put some of their solo stuff and the early collaborative things with Seiko and Anna.
Those. I always wanted to talk to Jordan about that song with Anna, because I heard that he recorded it on the phone.
Really?
And if you listen to it, it does sound like
back in the
there's a little
day on the phone. I mean, think about that.
Yes, because she was Brazilian or something, and I don't think he went to Brazil to record it, and I don't think she came here to record it. I think that's the story that I remember hearing, is that he recorded it on the phone. And if you listen to it, it sounds a little bit like he's in a tunnel. So I don't know. You guys tell me what you think.
All right, now I'm gonna listen.
That might
to
require
it again.
some research.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna definitely be listening to it.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we love Merry Christmas.
Yep.
Yes.
Across the board. Beautiful.
Yes.
I do love it too.
Yeah.
I think it's a great one.
Yeah.
Now the next one I think is one of the more. It's a traditional Christmas carol, right, Mary Jo?
It is. It's the Christmas song.
Oh.
Chestnuts. Chestnut.
Parentheses.
On an open fire.
So here's my question about this song. I listen to this song every year because my mom's favorite Christmas album is Nat King Cole. And Nat King Cole sings a beautiful version of the Christmas song. He probably
sings the best version of that song.
Yeah.
I would say
Definitely.
You're probably right.
Yeah.
And I know the words to that song. And I know for sure that in the first verse, when Jordan sings, he's supposed to sing tiny tots with their eyes all aglow. We'll find it hard to sleep tonight. And instead he sings, he like cuts to the chorus. Do you know what part I'm talking about? Hold on.
You have to play it. You gotta
play it.
Yeah.
Let me go to the videotape here, people. Sorry for you guys still watching us.
DJ Misty said she loves Jordan's voice on that song.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Kathy.
I was just about to say that. Why would you parentheses your nuts?
Can you guys hear it?
I can hear it now.
Just like
There's the highlighter.
We're going to get nabbed for this, but that's okay.
I don't have a highlighter, so I guess I'll use my coffee straw.
Have some coffee. Yeah, this is a coffee break, people.
Sure. But I have water.
Right.
I have water in my.
Right now, he's supposed to sing "Tiny Tots All Aglow," and instead he cuts to "Although It's Been Said."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you hear what I'm saying?
Yeah. Did he forget the lyrics, or was it done intentionally?
That's what I've always wanted to know. Was it done intentionally because they didn't want him singing about little children?
But this one's for the children.
Right. So, I mean, could there only be one for the children? And it was that one?
And it was the original written by Maurice. And Maurice was like, look here, guys.
What exactly is it, and how do you want it?
Hey. Oh, now New Kid Savvy said it has the correct lyrics in the vinyl notes, so I imagine it was not intentional. So Jordan fucked it up, is what you're saying.
Damn it. Hashtag damn it, Jordan.
Hashtag damn it, Jordan Knight, you sexy MFer.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you have to go to the attic, Beth, and punish him.
Yep. I will.
Punish him.
I'll check his schedule.
It does say tiny tots with their eyes all aglow. We'll find it hard to sleep tonight. Yep, it does. It
so
says
he messed it up because
it does mess it up. Look at that. Good catch. Who said that? Who said that in the chat?
Mind blown, man.
Kid Savvy.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Look at that. Is she the one that's up at 2 a.m. right now?
Yeah. Kid Savvy, where are you? Oh, JK's real low. Megly, are we doing some attic talk?
You just heard the word attic and thought that it was time for your appointment. It's not.
April says we have to put damn it, Jordan in parentheses.
Yeah.
That's right. In parentheses, that stuff.
That member.
She's in
next-
Ireland.
Oh,
I love Ireland.
I want to go
I'll
to
have to visit you.
Ireland.
Just let me know.
Yeah, I want to go to
game
Ireland so
trip.
bad. It's
No more
it's
game
my
trips to
number one on
Ireland.
my bucket list.
Okay.
Is it?
Well, Bethie, you let me know. I've
Okay.
been there twice.
Oh wow.
I was going to go a third time.
Oh,
I
Kelly said-
changed
Kelly said-
plans. But anywho.
the 4-leaf clover. Yeah, right. And Meg said it's always time for the attic.
Only if
Of course
you're
she
on.
said that.
Only if you're on the schedule.
All right, let's get to track number 7, which is, I feel like we have a lot to unpack here.
It's a funky, funky Christmas. Do-da-da-da-da. Do-da-da-da-da. Have a funky, funky Christmas. That's all I'm going for, girls. I don't want to ruin it for everybody. Your whole team. This time we're going to celebrate with her. All right.
We can't get kicked off if we're singing it, can we?
I don't know, Kelly.
Santa Claus.
Kick the ballistic Santa Claus.
Let's
Yes.
dissect the lyrics to that song for a minute.
Yeah. Could we?
Ho, ho, ho. Oh, little train. My little elf. Who, like you said, Amanda, who the hell is Little Train?
Well, so I might have the answer to that. Hold on, I should have had this
All I
pulled
have
up.
to say is we're ho ho hoing.
Can you see me?
Well, he knows our name. I see him.
Nice.
He knows our names, girls. I'm just saying.
You put it upside down and it's
We are a bunch of hoes, aren't we?
Mm-hmm. Bags.
Okay.
Bags.
We hope bags. All right, hold on. I have the answer to who did the voices. Is that what we want?
Yeah, we do want to know who that is. We want to
All right, let's
train. Oh man, it's born. Same thing every year.
So let's have a Christmas.
Going down. Come on.
Oh my God, Mary Jo, do it. This is your karaoke
Get
jam.
it.
No, I don't want to ruin
Back
it.
up. Come on.
Flying through the city street, the mean down. All right.
I'm looking.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm looking for a chat. Hold on.
Here. Okay.
What are you doing?
So it was Johnny Wright, I believe, who was. I'm trying to find it in our chat here. Oh, here we go. Nikki, hold on. I don't want to out anybody, but we had been talking a while ago with our friends from My So-Called Whatever podcast, Nikki and Brooke, and we randomly asked Donnie who did that voice, and he said it was Johnny Wright. I'm sorry, this is so boring now. It was Johnny Wright. I can only find it fast on my phone. I'm sorry.
Who's Johnny Wright?
Johnny Wright. It was like one of their old. He was in like the Hangin' Tough Live video. I think the VHS tape.
Yep, got it.
Was like one of their managers or a guy that used to come on tour, and they like roped him into doing this little skit, and they called his nickname was Little Train.
Aww.
And so
Got
why
Okay.
that's why he was the elf Little Train.
Mm-hmm.
And they like just he said he felt like that song needed something like something more of an intro, like instead of just starting with the Funky Funky Christmas hook.
And this is what they came up with? I mean, no,
that's what they came up with.
It's a little, I don't know.
That's what they,
I love the song, but I honestly don't like the beginning of it.
I always just thought it was like a little weird. Like, I guess were they starting to like try to tell a story of a Funky Funky Christmas, and that's what it ended up as, or like, I never understood the point of it.
Our boy band Queen says that Johnny was a manager for Backstreet Boys and NSYNC also.
Oh, here we go. Donnie is the voice of Santa.
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah.
On the entire record. And Little Train is oh, I was totally wrong. Little Train the Elf was played by our old tour manager, Peter Work, whose nickname in life was P-Train. In real life was P-Train.
Okay.
The song was essentially finished, but I thought it needed more elements beyond the raps and the chorus. It didn't have any of the percussion or talking parts, and it felt incomplete to me, so I went into the studio in Boston on a day off from tour, and I recorded those elements. I actually tried to sample hip-hop beats and add them into the song to spice up each of the New Kids rap verses, but Maurice Starr's engineer didn't know what sampling was yet. So I improvised and played percussion instruments that were laying around the studio instead. Then we added the Santa/elf conversation last. That's from Donnie. That was Donnie's answer to that question.
Wow.
So it was Peter Work, their old tour manager, who got suckered into doing that little skit
now,
in the beginning.
It's infamous.
Yes.
And it's part of history.
It will live forever and ever.
It will definitely live forever. I think it's hilarious that Maurice Starr's engineer didn't know what sampling was yet. Mm-hmm. But then I remember Donnie talking about Maurice using a broom as a crutch, and I'm not as surprised.
Right? It just kind of lends itself. It's like, oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. It's sad, but it makes sense.
Yeah. I think I heard somewhere too, and maybe somebody can tell us in the chat too. I feel like I was talking to Bethie about this earlier. I feel like I heard Donnie talk one time about how each one of the rap verses was like styled after an existing rapper. Mm-hmm. Is that right?
I heard that too. Yeah. I did hear that.
I see Tracy on here. Like somebody was supposed to be like in the style of like Slick Rick, and somebody was supposed to be in the style of like, I can't even think of who I can't even think of who it would be. Who the hell would Joe's rap be in the style?
I don't know. I'm sorry, but I don't know. This is a very disjointed song for me. I like it. I'm not criticizing it, so I don't want anybody taking my blockhead card away. But it just seems like there's a lot going on in this, in this song.
You get to hear Joey sing in a British accent about Santa burning his butt. So come on. Please, you people.
I know, it's funny, but that's one of those cringy things for me. It's like it kind of hurts my ears a little bit, but I'm into it. I love it, but still. Like,
where's John's rap? That's what I want to know.
I think we'd all pay to see that, wouldn't we?
Is he even on the song, John?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Honestly, I have no clue, and I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't. No offense, John. We love you.
Yeah.
But he also wasn't on Arsenio Hall when they had their famous performance of this very song on the Arsenio Hall show. But they did have a guest rapper on that performance, which was Arsenio Hall. At the New Kids Savvy, you are amazing. Yes. She said at the very beginning, John says, yeah, and that's it. Oh yeah, I guess when they say John Knight or whatever, Jordan and John. Yeah, come on.
Yeah. That's enough credit.
it.
Participation out.
Chunky A.
Give you one word.
That's great, Kelly. Kelly.
So
Chunky
Chunky
A.
A. She's right about Chunky A. So Google Chunky A because apparently Arsenio had a rap alter ego at the time of this recording called Chunky A, and it was very much in the vein of Sherman Klump from the Nutty Professor.
Nutty
Like
Professor.
he had a fat suit. And the whole 9 yards. And I had no recollection of this whatsoever because I had put it out there to Donnie, who wrote Arsenio's rap? And whose idea was it for him to do that? And he said that Donnie said it was his idea because he knew that Arsenio was trying to do this Chunky A thing at the time and that Arsenio wrote the rap. And I think it's a great rap.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was. That was a great live performance.
Yeah,
of that song.
Such a great live performance. But again, we were missing John. They had to say Jordan Knight. Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
we're gonna get funky tonight. They had to change the lyrics to accommodate John's absence. But can I just say one more thing about Arsenio, and then we can go back to dissecting the lyrics. And I know you guys have heard this, and if you listen to my show on No More Games Radio, then you know this too. I broke my VHS tape at the very point when Jordan takes his jacket off. Nah, cool. Should I stop? Boom. I would stop it, rewind it, and play it again. Stop it, rewind it, and play it again.
Yep.
And my VCR had slow motion button on it. Did you guys have that?
Oh, no.
Later down the road.
Yeah.
Not the original one.
Slow. And then I would pause it and look at his bare, unhaired chest.
Uh-huh.
And the fucking tape broke. The tape.
I wonder why.
Right in half.
Too much love. That's
you worked it, girl. You worked it, girl.
For everything it was worth.
Yeah.
But again, they talk. I've heard them talk in interviews about how they were our first love, and it was really true.
It's true.
They were part of our coming of age.
When
he was the first guy I had those weird feelings about.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, during the Hangin' Tough live, the live video, the VHS, when Donnie, and during Hangin' Tough, when he's he does his little hump at the end and he turns around with his butt, I did the same thing. I mean, that was oh, the marshmallow, before it was named the marshmallow, was out. It was out,
Yeah, it was so.
Oh my.
Yeah, that was definitely, but it was a great performance. I think it was, they were on Arsenio multiple times.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
And he loved them. He loved them so much, wasn't even there when they got their star on the Walk of Fame?
Yep.
He was. Yep.
But that was such a great performance. I think it's one of those just about as iconic as the album, I think. It's one of those things that you have to watch every year.
You remember it. You know what I mean? It's so ingrained in your memory, especially if you saw it back then. It's just one of the things you've carried with you all these years, and you can reminisce about it, and it's just so fun. It's such a fun performance. I mean, it's so energetic. It's what? They're running all over the place,
I was just going to say, I watch that now, and they are dancing so aggressively. I have no idea how they even could breathe to sing their parts on the songs, because and I, because I'm a dancer, right? So I'll be in my house and I'm trying to do the choreography. I'm I can
I can please.
Oh, that's Patreon content right there.
And I can't even, well, I can't breathe for many other reasons, but it is, I don't know how they do it. They're moving so fast, and a lot of that old stuff, though. I mean, and I guess we can chalk it up to youth, but they were
like those fast, like 1 foot spins that Jordan would do.
Yeah.
Like,
and then he would sing beautifully.
yes.
Yeah.
I could barely breathe when I walk fast, to my car after work. I get in there and I'm like, that was rough.
So everybody was saying, a lot of people were saying that Arsenio is actually the presenter of the Star on the Walk of Fame.
That is so cool. I have to watch that again. Thank God for YouTube.
I know, right?
Yeah.
See, we didn't have that back in the day, girls. That's why the VHS tapes broke.
Yeah, we had to wear our tapes out.
Table back together.
Exactly.
All right, are we moving on from Funky Christmas? We have 3 songs left, so 2.5.
2.5.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So the next 2 are traditional.
Yeah.
But let's talk about White Christmas because it features John Knight, which never happens.
But
And
should happen more often.
Yes.
He really does have a great voice. He does.
And you can't. I mean, you just don't get a chance to appreciate it enough because he was not obviously out in front and the lead on things, but it's like butter on this.
It's
one.
just so tender. It's just like
yes,
it just oozes its way into your soul.
It's very dreamy.
Yes.
When he takes a lead role in that group, he definitely should sing more. I think it's funny. I always think how interesting that he always chose such to my way of thinking safe songs to do the lead on, like Happy Birthday and White Christmas and that's it. But when somebody will put it in the chat. What's the song that he does a little bit of a lead on 10?
Let's go out.
Don't say you word.
Let's go out with a bang.
Make us. I can't remember it, but somebody will put it in the chat. Oh yeah.
Yes, that's exactly right.
It's so awesome.
Yeah.
It's so awesome.
And you can tell,
but you know what?
It's him. He just has something so different than the rest of them.
Because he's so authentic. I think his voice is so real and authentic. Like Jordan's has such a specific sound. Joey has a sound very specific to him as well. And Donnie, Donnie is Donnie. He has his own groove and I love it when he does his raps, but Jonathan just has this real authentic voice, and I love it. But here's the thing, even in White Christmas, Jordan is singing backup. Jordan is singing behind him on all of the verses. What he likes to do and what he's comfortable doing, we're finally seeing him do right now on Farmhouse Fixer. That is his wheelhouse. He's amazing in the New Kids. Don't get me wrong. Don't at me. Don't fucking at me. But he's obviously way more comfortable taking the front and center in that
arena.
And it's beautiful to watch. It's so amazing to watch.
So, seeing him happy is just one of the best things ever.
It's delightful.
And he's just he has that genuineness all the time.
And it carries through. It carries through in his music. And in his voice.
And if Foxy Lacey, I got to say that live. I love it. Foxy Lacey. She said that she didn't know what to say to him at the meet and greet. You know what I said to him? are you tired of having sweaty women hug you?
Yeah.
Because
That's the same thing I said. That's what I said to his brother, and he laughed.
Yeah.
I
Well,
ignored it, and I'm
we're
like, "Are you
agreeing,
tired of
though.
hugging sweaty women yet?" And he's like, "That's funny."
Yep. Because that was when Bethany and I went to Greenville, and
Yeah,
we sandwiched John. So
Yeah.
he was a lucky
Aw.
man that day. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was
Very lucky.
And I was the first one in, and I was like,
Yeah.
so, yeah. Because it was hot as balls. Balls
Mhm. Balls.
that day.
Oh,
And so there was no way that nobody was not dripping when they were hugging all
Yeah.
the guys. But,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
funny. He kind of laughed it off, but then he was like, yeah.
And then I walked up to him and I hugged him and I'm like, "Can I just hold you for a little bit?" And he's like, "Sure, just put your head right here on my shoulder." And I was like, "Okay." And it was amazing. It was amazing.
He really is like everybody's like big brother. I just feel like he's just he's kind,
He really is.
he's genuine.
It was great to finally see him on stage, so comfortable. I don't know that this is the first tour for me, in my opinion, that he looked like he was actually having he was just going with the flow and having a good time, and was not, I'm sure, he's got his issues, but like he wasn't sweating it to me. Like he was just he was doing it. He got emotional. He got choked up a lot,
Yeah.
and it was just so, I don't know. I think I had more fun watching him than honestly any of the other guys, because I would just zone on him and just watch him. I mean, of course, my dying blood in my face. I'm looking at that.
Yeah.
But,
I get it. But the whole energy on this tour was different. Like you could tell that they were just having so much fun. And that's not something you can fake, and you could just tell that they were just having the fucking time of their lives.
Yeah.
And
he is fun to watch, because sometimes I think he not so much on this tour though. I think he really did feel much more comfortable, and maybe we can attribute that to the show and to him kind of getting like a different footing in his career. But sometimes I find myself watching him and I feel like, does he even know where he is? Like he's just like la 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 la.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a house. Let me go see if I can remodel.
Right. No, I mean like he'll be on stage and everybody else is so like polished, but again, it just lends to his authenticity. He just doing his thing up there, but I too, I'm here for it every day.
He doesn't have to know the words. He doesn't have to know the moves.
He doesn't even have to know if it's really their song.
Nope. Right.
Just show up, John.
Just be there. Just be there.
Just show up and look handsome.
Yeah.
I love him though, and I do love this version of White Christmas. I think it's so
beautiful.
It's beautiful. Simple. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's not oversung. It's very simple, and probably reminded them of like singing in the church. When they were growing up, I feel like it was probably, if not one of the songs they did sing in the church, like very similar to that for them. So,
I mean, and it's a staple. So I mean, they couldn't go wrong with putting it on the album, and they made a perfect choice of having John sing it. It was just perfect.
Yeah.
I'm not sure anybody else's voice would have done it any better.
No, I honestly couldn't imagine anybody else singing it at this point. Like butter.
It's nice to have Jordan's like harmony backing him up, but it wouldn't be the same if he wasn't the lead. So
you're absolutely right.
So track number 9 has another not often lead singer.
Yeah, this is Little Drummer Boy, and that features the Muscle Man himself. I'll take stage left. This one's for the children, and go right into Little Drummer Boy.
Shifting ain't easy.
Shifting ain't easy.
I did some sifting today, and I was like, I bet Danny would be so jealous right now.
This was the one time when they gave Danny a song that actually like fit his vocal range. I feel like,
Yeah.
'cause he has a deep voice.
He does.
He's like a baritone.
Mm-hmm.
You don't realize it because because of their harmonies blend so well. You know, I mean,
Right.
you can always pick out Jordan. You can always more than likely pick out Joey. You can even pick out Donnie sometimes because, well, back in the day, Donnie couldn't really sing very well. Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't on the same level as Jordan.
What Mary Jo is trying to say? Thank you, Lars.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Lars.
Without that, I think there have been struggles there, but he's good to look at, and that's what I'm here for. But you kind of lose Danny in the songs, and it's fun to hear him. It's almost like John, get him out in the front, get him in his element, and it's again, like you said, it's perfect for him to be on that. Yeah, on that one.
I don't know how do you make the leap though from like F you, this one's for the children to I'll sing Little Drummer Boy.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know. Maybe see that's the one question I would love is like why, and we said this before, like why these songs, and were they trying out a couple and he just wasn't sounding right on it, and they came on this one and it was like, oh, perfect. You sound great. Whether or not he likes it, whether or not they like it, you sound good. We're just going to put it on there because we want to get
touched it. This is the one.
Yep.
I can't imagine him trying to sing like all I want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth or something like that, like or
I want to hit the hippopotamus.
You could bench a hippopotamus for Christmas. Oh God. I mean, I don't know. I listen to it every year just because I listen to the whole album every year, but every year I'm like, I don't know why.
I'm not a fan of this song anyway, so
I'm not really either. And I think Joey put it on his Christmas album too, and I was like, why? Why?
Yeah. Michelle was just saying that this weekend. She's like, what is it about Little Drummer Boy? Joey?
Yeah.
Jordan? New kids? It's like, stop it.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that's right. Jordan did it on his Jordan Knight Sings New Kids on the Block, which he hates, by the way. Don't listen to that crap, he said.
Yeah.
But I don't get it. But hey, I mean, maybe it's just their thing.
Yeah. Like I said, I think it was kind of like bingo, let's see which ones stick. And all right. You sound really good on this one. Let's put that on there.
It's a keeper. Yeah, exactly. I think it's nice that on this album in particular that they did try to spotlight every single one of them with like a solo.
Yeah.
Well, they all kind of got their own song.
Oh, it's on Love Song. Thanks, Michelle. I'm sorry.
So you can listen to that crap. Just don't listen to that crap. I'm kidding.
Okay, yeah, you can listen to Love Song.
Love Songs is
I never owned Love Songs. Don't take my JK card away. I have it digitally, but I never had.
One of my best friends bought it on a CD for me like 2 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
That is a good friend.
Yeah.
We could do a whole nother live just on Jordan, but but please let us wrap up this album with the most unnecessary 1 minute and 12 seconds that there ever was.
Yeah.
Except for the fact that the choir does sound nice.
Yeah.
Well, Danny hadn't come back yet, so they were going to give him a little bit extra time to come back on stage so they could finish it out.
Come on, bro. You gotta come back.
He went to get a coffee and a muffin and like a protein shake or something.
Get him back here. Where's Danny? He said he's not coming back.
Yeah.
It's just not. Yeah, New Kid Savvy said some album filler. Yeah,
Yeah.
probably. They probably needed one more track, and they probably had the choir there and recorded with the choir, and the
Like,
choir
we're already paying you, so
the
can you
radio
stick around
edit.
for another like 20 minutes.
I bet you $10 they didn't make the radio edit, and they felt bad because it was probably like the Boston Children's Choir or something like that.
Right.
And they promised the label it would be a certain length. Yeah. Probably. And so they were like, we'll give them a little clip at the end.
Because we have to sandwich the bookends of the album.
It's the bread.
We have to make Danny Wood as miserable as possible.
If you weren't pissed off enough, well, guess
That's
what,
right.
Danny? We're going to end in a little more minute.
And then when they did it at House of Blues, they also had a choir there singing This One's for the Children. They must have bribed Danny or like, I don't know what, but I mean, it was beautiful. That whole show was great, but I just had a flash of them singing, the choir singing that part, like the reprise of This One's for the Children, and thinking,
does he get extra royalties for that song? Because
for Dan.
It's like,
look,
if
we leave it on there, we'll give you more than a fifth. We'll give you
lots of money and lots of consorts.
It's a very serious message, ladies. I don't know why you're laughing.
I'm sorry. I know. I'm just not taking heed.
It's seriously funny. That's why we're laughing.
Please listen, all of you.
Very serious. Very serious.
Well, ladies, anybody, what do you guys have to say in the chat? Any comments? Any closing comments on this little album experiment here before we wrap it up?
I think this was a jolly good time.
I think it was a jolly good time.
Definitely.
I would even say holly jolly.
This one's. Oh, we didn't even talk about the album cover.
Yeah.
The outfits that obviously don't match Christmas.
They look like they
don't match.
Literally,
honestly, can we be honest here?
They look like they'd rather be literally anywhere else in the entire world than right there.
Yep.
I have something very just an interesting tidbit in case you're ever on Rock and Roll Jeopardy or Musical Jeopardy. There is a deathcore band called I Declare War, and they used that same exact image for a Christmas-themed EP that they released in 2007 called Bring the Season.
Oh my God. Okay.
Deathcore band.
Okay.
Yeah. The band is called I Declare War. If you Google I Declare War Christmas album, the album cover is NKOTB.
Wow.
A little interesting tidbit there for you.
I think that, it's necessary, if we can, to get a picture of that and put it side by side on our socials.
Yeah.
I think we should definitely do that. I will go find it.
I'm just going to say this too. Maybe next year, as a station Christmas card, we all get on a sleigh and...
Oh my God. You just blew my mind, Mary Jo. It's too late for shit like that. Stop it.
No, but somebody write that down.
Somebody write it down.
Kelly, write it
Is
down.
Kelly still in here? Kelly, write it down.
I just want to say for the record too that we are sober. Well, I speak for myself and the good doctor, Dr. Pepper.
We don't just have to do the Christmas album here.
Everybody knows this.
What did you say?
We don't just have to do the Christmas album either.
We can do all of them.
We could recreate all of them.
I can get on the subway. Come on. Or we can go to New York and get
Yeah.
on the subway.
Yeah. Yes.
Beth, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Yes, we're going to be there in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Oh, snap.
Of us.
I better
Holy crap.
find my jean jacket. I better go get my jean jacket out of my storage, my spring clothes.
I
Holy
have a
crap.
homeboy sweatshirt, so I'll wear my.
I have a Batman t-shirt.
Do you? Oh my
I
God.
do.
We got to do it.
I do.
Nobody take.
Oh my God.
It's going to be hilarious. It's going to be hilarious. Kathy said you all have a place to stay in New York. Thanks, Kath.
Oh. Yeah, summer party. Woohoo.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Is the fake subway they still use, is the fake subway they use still in the museum? I think it is. They shot that in the, where did they shoot it? Was it in Washington? Is that in the Smithsonian? No. Now I'm just spitting bullshit. No. Okay. Kelly, I love your idea. Do you see what Kelly says here? No more games radio calendar with the recreated photo.
I love
That
it.
is
I love it.
I'm here
Oh shit.
for it, though.
All right.
And we could
We have
actually put some of our collaborators in there, too.
Yep.
We should. That would be hilarious.
Yep.
Block action.
Yep.
Block action. Speaking of that, we have an event coming up, which we're going to be probably starting to advertise in the very near future. But if you are not following NKOTB Block Action on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, go do it so that you can sign up for the event. It's going to be a fun one. We're hosting it this time, and all of our friends that are content creators for this fantastic community. We're going to try to put something really fun together for you guys. So
it's going to be epic.
It's going to be funky.
Yeah.
Hey, this is pretty funky.
Oh, that's sweet. Oh, little elf. What? What are you saying? What are you on, dude?
The good stuff.
Yeah.
Christmas cheer, damn it.
Apparently, yes. A lot of eggnog and Christmas cookies and cheer, all that good stuff. You're right.
I think this is going to end up on our YouTube channel. So definitely go check us out over there too. This should be fun if I remember how to save it properly. But I can't think of a better way to spend an evening than chatting up with you gals about our favorite guys.
Yep.
And their funky Christmas.
Yeah.
Funky Christmas and their.
So everyone that's in the chat, if you guys enjoyed this, let us know, because we have several albums we could do this with, like maybe want some or something. If this was enjoyable, let us know.
I had fun. I had a lot of fun. Oh, I see some hearts coming up in the chat.
Oh, yeah.
Well, if that's from you, we know you love us. No, we love you too. Oh, but definitely. Wait, because I'm not on the air tonight. Let me give my little spiel. Tomorrow at 7 a.m. and 11 a.m. Eastern, we have Weekend Vibes with Sparkles, who is the queen of our Facebook community. Go join our Facebook community. Definitely check out the show tomorrow. We have DJ Miss T, who will be on at 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow evening.
Twice. Because she's got her
that's right. And we have a
R&B hour will be afterwards, and we have the replay of Oldies But Goodies.
That's what I was
the replay.
Yep.
And that and that's such a good one. Please definitely listen to that if you have the chance, because it's like I said, it's with DJ Michelle and her dad, who we affectionately call DJ Daddy-O. And it's a really good time. So check that out. And of course, stay tuned to all of our social media platforms for all the crazy stuff that we get up to over here at No More Games.
Time here. And that's what's so wonderful about this place, is that we love music, we love the new kids, but we love each other.
Yeah.
And you can tell. And we love this community, and that I hope that comes out in everything that we do.
And I gotta say,
yeah.
anyway.
Yeah. And to the non-believers, we say peace.
Like this.
All right, ladies, thank you so much.
Love you.
Love you both. Thank you to everybody who watched our live tonight.
Yes, thank you.
And we'll see you soon.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye. Have a funky Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, all that stuff.
Festivus for the